What's good, everybody? You are now in the mix. It's your big dog Kid 6, Chi-Town's finest, Carlton, your dig, and your girl Leah, aka the therapist. And we back in 2022. You guys are in the mix. Welcome to the YouTube channel. For all of our new subscribers, thank you for the support. Y'all gonna be getting a lot of visuals from us this year and moving forward. So again, we thank y'all. It's great to be back.
It's great to be back.
Talk
to me, man.
Feel me? Feel me?
Who's that?
Guess who's that?
Whole Scarface.
Such a classic.
She don't really rock.
No. Let's don't do that. It's been a lot of Jay-Z talk on YouTube. Y'all know it's been a lot of Jay-Z talk.
You know, you gotta keep the goat name off.
That's a whole fact.
You know how they go.
You said the goat?
The goat. I said the goat.
See, we gotta talk about
Yo, listen, man, we hope everybody is starting off the new year on the right path. If not, it's cool. January is almost over. You can start over again in February.
Oh, yeah. We still at the beginning.
Yeah, so it's okay. It is okay. But,
you know what? Let's pause on that. It's not okay, right? So we're not going to have these New Year resolutions and then you just fumble. Got to hold people accountable. Don't set those New Year's resolutions if you're not going to keep up with it.
You know what? That is a fact. I ain't even going to front. I definitely respect that. You know what? 2022, don't waste my time. Don't waste anybody's time. Because I be having people hit me up about the gym. And it's just like...
They be in January and by March...
They'll hit me up and be like, yo, can I start working out with you? They might come one time and then that's it. You don't hear from them again. You don't ever hear from them.
Come on, man.
So don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. If you want to be fat and all of that and out of shape, do that on your time. Don't waste my time because I'm still get it in.
That is bad advice.
Oh well.
The point is, if just be dedicated. Whatever it is you want to do, put your mind to it and stay focused. That's it.
And don't waste our damn time. That's
right.
it. That's it. But your girl Leah, aka the therapist, bringing us a nice little round table mix question of the day for you all.
That's right.
Start this year off right.
That's a whole fact.
So, YouTube Mixxeners and gentlemen, Streets University right here, y'all, by the way.
Yeah, you already know.
The question of the evening is, if you get back with the ex and your family and friends do not approve, how do you deal with it?
That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one because we all had the opportunity to watch season 5 of Insecure.
We did.
We all saw how as a community, we all saw how the ending turned out. Issa and Lawrence came back together. Some of us were fans of it. I know I was. Others, not so much. I'm not going to say any names.
I put myself out there. I was over it. I like Nathan.
Wow.
All right, I'm going to say I like
like Daniel.
Ladies, we love Daniel.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
I like Lawrence.
Why'd you like Daniel? You just had a physical thing for Daniel.
No, I Issa and Daniel, they had a good vibe. And Daniel had a good vibe. And Nathan and Issa also in the beginning.
In the beginning.
I feel like season 5 in general was just weird. I don't know if it was because of COVID. It was just off. Everything was just off about the season. I was really not a fan of the season.
I wasn't either, so.
I feel like, for example, with Nathan and Issa leaves the Monthly Dog and they're just so casual. They kind of lost it. But I still liked Nathan. I did. And I'm actually glad he made the decision for himself instead of Issa breaking his heart.
They didn't need to be together.
That's the whole fact. I'm glad he realized what they could have had would have been toxic. Because it really would have been. You really look at it like Issa, to me, what I was observing over the seasons, Issa was forcing herself to try to move on from Lawrence. She was still deeply in love with him.
Yeah, sure.
So she was trying to get over him, but she was just moving too quickly.
He was the same thing too.
Yeah, they both were. But I think they both were fully locked in when they had that opportunity until condolences, brought that news upon us that she was pregnant. Yeah.
But in reference to the question, because Issa's, friends and folks, they did approve. They didn't mind her getting back with Lawrence. But if you have family and friends who don't, what do you do?
It's kind of like, it's tough, but it's also not tough, depending on who your family is Because you have some family members who could really be understanding because they've also been there. So, I mean, they can only say but so much depending on what they've been through in relationships, you know, how their relationships have been going. I'm not going to take advice from an auntie that's been through 5 different marriages. Like, I'm just not.
Right.
You on your 5th. This one by the end, going on number 6. You think I'm going to take advice from you?
Jordan had 6 rings.
That is true.
Auntie might be trying to be the GOAT.
That's a good point. But to be honest with you, I think it really depends on who you're seeking advice from. Because we all sometimes we might not have that person to go to really talk about things. So earlier you had mentioned having that person to just like be able to vent. Sometimes you might have 1 or 2, maybe 3. It really depends on how you are. You have people who turn to Facebook, social media in general, and out their relationship business, but then turn around and still get back with that person. So it's kind of like, is that person, you're trying to make this person look dumb, but you actually look even dumber because you got back with that person.
Yeah, so I was going to say, because when it comes to that, the family not accepting them, you got to take some responsibility because you did that by spilling too much of your own business to them because they're going to be on your side regardless. So when they hear about somebody doing you any kind of way that's not treating you like an angel, they're going to feel some kind of way. But then also, I realized too, there's another side, like the insecure reference. I feel like part of the reason why they accepted Lawrence back in is because they knew Issa. Meaning they knew the type of stuff she was doing too.
Yeah.
And there's that self-accountability where it's just like, well, yeah, I know this person did this, but you did that. And y'all still feel how y'all feel. And y'all, you know, they link back up. So on that same accord, when it comes to the family members that can't let that go, you kind of gotta let them remind them about their respect for you. It's just like, you know, this is my decision. This is what I decided to do, and you gotta respect that, no matter how you feel about what I told you about them, because it's also like something that they did to make them take them back. So it's just like, you know, you gotta live with that now too. If you feel some kind of way, then you're gonna be disrespecting me after a while, and then that's how they deal with that.
Yeah, because it also really depends too, because you have the type of person that you are. Like if you're going to tell your family members all of the business that's been going on, like make sure you tell everything. Like don't just half-ass it and make everybody want to be on your side just because that's your family and those are your friends. Like let them know what you've also done to contribute to what's been going on between y'all, because it's not always going to be one-sided, you know? Both parties. Now, there are times where it can be one-sided, and that's understandable. Then it's just like you go to the family, but the family might also be tired of it too, because it's like,
keep doing this shit.
Yeah, you know what's going on, but yet you keep going back to it. If y'all need time to separate, focus on you for once, because that's a lot of times when you get into a relationship, sometimes you tend to forget you because you're doing so much to try to keep your partner happy.
So they gotta get it done.
Yeah.
So now what if you do all that and the family's still like, nah? Is it because of things that the partner done, which is kind of, you would say this unforgivable?
It clearly wasn't unforgivable if they took them back.
Well,
if it's unforgivable to the family, that's on them because they're not the ones in the relationship. That's why I said after a while, it becomes like you disrespected me because this is my decision that I made and I'm sticking by it, especially if the person actually does better. Then it's just like you still holding on to something that it's not even a thing in a relationship anymore.
How do you move forward with that when the family's like, okay, we respect it because we can't do anything, so y'all gonna be together, but we don't really want to take parts in whatever y'all got going on.
Then they're gonna, that's like them saying we don't want you as a part of our family anymore because you're with this person. That's the kind of family you don't want.
I can't help it.
I understand that, but what I mean is you don't have to deal with them. If they're like, well, we don't want to deal with you because you're with that person, you're like, okay.
Which makes it hard. Kind of what it is.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Yeah.
I just said that's what you got to do.
It's never going to be easy. But I feel as though it's kind of like it really depends on what that person has done in order for them not to be so forgiving. It's like, okay,
They
yeah,
gotta put hands on you with something.
yeah. Like if you've been
Be something crazy.
physically abusing like my family member, nah,
Yeah.
I
But
can't
you
forgive
have
you.
to have to think.
Out of pocket. It gotta be
Yeah.
something like it's certain levels of violation. Like I said, like abuse or something like that. You taking it back? Nah.
But some things are subjective, right? So what we may think is, okay, that's like you could forgive that person, right? And the other family like, nah.
Yeah, that's
because
why.
it's
That's
about
what
you
I'm
gotta think
saying.
about one thing, it's character,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right? And then family members are gonna start thinking if this happened once, it may happen again.
it's their
Then
character
what?
too, though.
You mean the family? The
Yeah,
person's
that's why
family
I'm saying, like, if we're not talking about the extremes of the unforgivables,
member.
and we talking about stuff where some people might be like, well, this you can get over, this I can't get over, but you can, and like stuff like that.
Mhm.
We talk about character. It's like your character says that you can get over this and still be with that person, even though my character wouldn't do what you did. This isn't my situation, so I have to respect your decision.
Yeah.
And if you choose not to respect the decision, like I said, the harder decision is, well, you choose not to respect me, which is a whole different story. So if you choose to be away from me, then it's just like that's what's going to happen to me.
So to hop on that, if family's like, okay, you made your decision, cool, I don't even want to be a part of it. Do you say, all right, well, I'm still going to be in my relationship,
Yeah, that's
or
what
you
I'm
be
saying.
like, nah, I
That's
can't
what I'm
really
saying.
date you.
That's what I'm saying. It's the two different levels. One of them is just like if you're choosing to be in that relationship because it was something that y'all can get over and get through. Like if we're using the insecure example, they got past that.
Mhm.
And if the family would have been like, well, we still not going to do that, then that's almost more disrespectful from the family. And it's also kind of controlling. It's like, this ain't your life. It's my life. It's what I want to do. You can't control what I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, and also too, you gotta really think like, say if nothing didn't really happen, right? Because you also have some family members, they just might not like you from the jump. You have some family members who are like that.
As family members.
Yeah. Like they just might not like you off the jump. When you ask them,
Auntie might be mad because her 5 marriages didn't last.
yep.
And you found love.
Y'all going to stop getting on.
I'm just saying, like, she's
Hey.
trying to be her, she's trying to catch up to joy.
I'm trying to tell you. I don't ever trust, because all women have that one or two out the crew who's been single for like years, and they just want all of her girls to be single too, and just every time.
Why you
Girl,
say
just
all
like-
women?
No. He's saying, like,
No, I know, but it's not that one that always been single for like 10 years and all her friends to the officers looking at me.
it's, because, you know, you don't
That's
have
not true.
you don't have that.
Thank you, Aaron.
I love all my friends' relationships.
Yeah, but it's some people that be like, you know, the bitter.
We're not including y'all. We're not including y'all.
I know
Alright.
women.
Y'all do know that these kinds of women exist, though.
Yeah, there are those kind of women. So we're not saying y'all and y'all friends per se.
There's some people whose friends, they just want all of their other friends to be single with them.
Does
Right.
that work for men too?
That kind of, it's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I am with these gender specific things.
Yeah, no. It's definitely like that. You have some men who's just like, damn, bro, like call your shorty later or something. They be tight. Like,
Maybe stuff like that exists.
yeah.
Can you guys do it? Can y'all like be with someone where your family just does not approve? And I don't know if y'all been watching Euphoria,
Mm-hmm.
so y'all know the scenario with Nate and his family doesn't like Maddie. Never did. Never seen it before. So
Maddie's a whore. I mean,
They are very young too.
yeah.
I mean, I don't say that.
The
She
difference
is.
there, I mean, yeah, and the difference there is because he's so young, the parents kind of still feel like they can control his decision. So it's like, when you going against what we saying, you want punishment type shit. It's like,
But Pops,
I mean,
he
we
really
not
has,
gonna
he has no room to
yeah,
talk.
he's a
At all.
We're not going to get on
We're
that.
not
We're not going to get on that.
He actually acknowledged that he messed his
We're
up.
not
But
gonna-
anywho, can y'all date someone with your family? Like out the gate was like nah, and y'all family gave your person like they give Maddie the blues like that.
Well, me personally,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because me personally, what I'm going to do about that, if I were in a situation like that with my family, they have to deal with me, which is
Oh, so you're really close to
much
me.
worse. Which is why it's much worse if they have to deal with me.
Okay.
I've seen a situation like this happen before
Mm-hmm.
with my family, and they don't act like that anymore. Like at first, it was like they gave this person a hard time, and then they felt the consequences from the family member.
Right.
So it was just like okay, they kind of, I don't want to say they gave in, but they gave in. Like, we're not going to give this person a hard time, get to know him, and then they got to know him, they love him now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the family members like, all right, you know, we back good.
Yeah.
You know, so I know how that will go from my family. I've seen it happen. So,
Yeah. Same here. Same here. You know, I'm very family oriented too, so I would definitely have to, you know, talk to them about it. Like, yo, I appreciate you know, y'all being concerned and everything, but if you don't have no specific reason as to why you don't like this person for me, then y'all either take the time to get to know her, because she's going to be around. I'm not just going to stop messing with her just because y'all don't like her. If y'all had a specific reason, like, okay, yeah, I know, you know, details. She was just with X, Y, and Z last week. You know, it's certain things. It's just like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to be with you. But if you really have no specific reason and you just keep, oh, it's something about her.
I mean, yeah, if it's just a something about her type thing, that's
Then-
unfair. She give it a chance.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
How would you feel? Because you're very close with your
I'm
family.
very, very close with my family, so it
So
would be
you would be torn?
extremely hard. Oh yes.
so let me put the twist on it for y'all.
If I was receiving it.
No,
Oh,
on
okay.
the contrary, could you be with somebody and not care about their family? Like if you, well, I guess that would make you on the receiving end. Well,
Like then, like again,
where you just
family
kinda,
is so
or-
significant to me.
or rather, you know, because sometimes family does shit to people too. So you could be with somebody, their family could be doing something to them, and you could be like,
Okay, in that case, that's
I don't really
justified.
rock with your dad like that because I
I've
like how he
been,
treat you.
yeah, I've been in a relationship like that. I wasn't a big fan of her family,
Yeah.
and it was also because of like stuff that she told me, but then
that the family did to like
it did to her, but then like the stuff that I was able to witness and everything, I'm just like, yeah, I don't like your family. Like, I'm not a
might
fan.
end up, you know, you might end up saying something to the family,
Right.
And you know, you got to put pops to the pool table, and I'm not opposed to that, even though I should be, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta send stuff up.
That's a whole fact.
She probably wanted to see her dad go through a pool table her whole life.
If it's justified in that case, then yeah, I can
It's
still
gonna
go.
be
But
justified.
if it's not, like,
It's gonna be justified.
family is so big to me. So I feel like just as much as I want my family to like my partner, I
Yeah.
feel like I want to be liked by his family.
But here's the thing, right? So say if you're torn, but you have this good guy in your life, right? But because the family doesn't like him,
For no reason, like we're
For
saying.
no- yeah,
Okay, that's
then-
nice. In that case, I will still date him. Hopefully, it's just
Okay,
not
all right,
different.
all right.
But if it's given, like in a question, if it's given reason, because clearly
Yeah.
y'all broke up for a reason.
Mhm.
So,
But y'all probably needed it too.
for what reason?
I mean, well,
Like you said, Lawrence.
Yeah, she cheated.
yeah, you know,
You know.
But
you're proud of that. Like,
then-
you're
I'm
proud
proud of that.
of the smirk at the end. Like, you're really proud of this. You're really proud of this. Wow.
I'm Team Daniel.
Alright.
But in that case, if it's for a reason, then I mean it's hard. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying it's hard. And I can empathize with those who either say they couldn't do it because family is FOE.
That's great. Because
There are some people like that.
knowing she's on Daniel's side like that. What if Issa would have stayed with Daniel, and then the family would have known you with Daniel, and you was cheating on Lawrence with Daniel, and now you with Daniel?
Good.
And
that's
Lawrence was getting his shit together too.
They might be looking at you crazy, like, cause we know you a cheater. Daniel, they might be like, your
Yeah,
cousin, your hating ass cousin, bro, hey, Daniel, bro, I'll let you know or something.
That's hard because I don't think they go into Daniel either.
Watch your back.
But again, her and Lawrence was not in a great space, and the
Yeah,
family
they
didn't
weren't.
need
They
that.
weren't.
So not that we're justifying her actions. So I'm just
But they
saying.
were also used to each other, and I mean, they also had their own problems that they weren't really communicating with one another. So that also made things a bit difficult.
I would say at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna share some of your business to somebody that you love, whether it's close friends, family, or whatever, make sure it's somebody that can keep an objective opinion. Make sure it's somebody that also knows both sides of the story.
Yeah.
And make sure that it's somebody that, you know, if you know y'all do take each other back, you know before that even happens that they will be accepting of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a great sum up.
It's a great sum up right there.
It is. Yeah. From the streets.
That was straight from the streets.
That was straight from the streets. I
I'm not
dig
gonna lie to you.
it.
That was
I dig
definitely
it.
from the streets. You know,
That was shit, bro.
only the streets could
Can
have
I
said
get a
something
high
like that.
five?
You can get a high five. Just so y'all know, we dap up like this in the streets.
I can do that too. Go ahead.
We high five in the suburbs.
There you go.
Don't do that. Come on, you gotta prove that. Come on. With that
Oh,
being
man.
said, gentlemen,
Okay.
and mixing it.
And Mixxeners, of course.
That was a round table mix.
All right.
All right.
Hold it down.
No, you gotta wait a minute. Pause. You gotta make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Let them know.
I did. Let's hit the like button and subscribe. We get in the
Let them know
mix.
again.
You can see it.
Get in the mix. Hit that like button and subscribe. Stop playing with us. And y'all know how Chi-Town's finest Carlton your day do. He in the barber chair. So if you want to just hit him off with your slogan one time, bro.
I keep them clippers to them heads. And I keep them ears to them streets, but I also keep them ears to them streets, and I keep them clippers to them heads.
Right.